Hello and welcome again to our YouTube channel. In today's video from the Photoshop series we are going to see a nice trick, which is how to change the texture of one of the elements inside your photo to make it as you wish. Without any further, let me go directly to our Photoshop. If you remember this image we had in the previous video, we had changed some elements, we had added some photos to it, we had changed this one for example, okay, and we had changed this one, okay. Now suppose now that I like to change the color of these cushions, for example, so let me, without distraction, let me remove these parts. For example, I will go to the object selection tool. Okay, I'll be selecting the layer that I need to make the selection from, and I'll be selecting this cushion. I'll select one by one to make sure the selection is a good one. Okay, now it's making fine selection. You need from here to make the selection as an addition to the original selection. So I'll be selecting this cushion. Okay, I'll be selecting this one also. Okay, and I'll be selecting this nice side table which is made from the same texture. You can see here that the selection is covering part of the white. Now I'll move to the difference selection, and I'll be covering this white part that I don't need it in my selection. Okay, if I have still parts that are selected, I'll repeat it again. Okay, now you can see it's coming perfectly selected, all the parts as one selection, which is having this texture. So I will come to layer, new layer via copy. You can make it directly using Ctrl G. Just I'm showing you the steps here. Okay, and now I'm going to hide my original one to know where I'm working. I'm working on this layer. Okay, from here, from FX, that's the styles. You can use this icon if you have it. You can use the icon FX from here, or you can use it from layer style. Okay, and you can add whatever like layer style you like. Okay, so simply I'll be selecting this one, which is styles here. If you don't find it in this place, you can add it from window styles. From here you can add this one. Okay, so I'm using this one. If you go up a little bit, you will find some fabric selection, material fabric selection, and you can change. So I'll be selecting this one, so you can find this one is a fabric selection. We can delve a little bit inside to see how it looks after we added the selection by zooming in. Okay, that's how it looks by making the selection, by the selection we had made, and that's the effects by default the Photoshop had added to make this fabric effect. You can see which one you like, which one you don't like. For example, if I move this one, that's the contour lines, the imposed line on the surroundings, which give it some depth. So you can keep it. You can see on your image which one you like and which one you like. So if I go down and select it again, my original image, you can see how these effects are appearing on the original image. So if you don't like this depth which is coming to make it more real, you can remove it. There is one stroke which is also the outline. You can remove it. You can see that now it's coming to look more real. Then there's an inner shadow. You can remove it also. Okay, and the pattern of drop shadow you can remove. Now you can see that it's looking more natural. So if I return again to see my image as fitting on the screen, okay, now you can see that you have changed the color as the texture with a material fabric texture to a new one. You can change it to different others. Okay, if you like, you can go to this pattern overlay, for example, from here. Okay, and you can change it directly from here if you're having your patterns installed. Okay, also for example, you can add from here. Maybe you like to add gradient overlay. Let's suppose that you like to make something like that. And you will make it dissolve. You don't need it, and you will decrease the opacity. Okay, now you can see the effect on your image. You can select any other color. For example, I will be selecting, because we used the blues, I'll be selecting the blues, so I'll be selecting this one. You can select this one, and okay, Now you've got a different texture or different looking for your fabrics, and so on. You can add some effects, remove some effects, and see how it looks on your screen. But like this, you manage to change an element of your image to make it completely new image. We had made some complex modifications, so you can return the other images, which is we added using the frame tool in another video. I hope you had learned a nice trick today that you can use it in your future design projects. Leave us some comments, some questions, and I will reply to you personally one by one who leaves the comments. Also go to our blog. We are giving you the steps in details one by one for all these projects, step by step, in written and in screenshots and in written format. And join our blog and leave us comments, and let me discuss what you need to know more, what I can help you more with your projects. Thank you very much for following so far. Till we see you in coming videos.